Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. Welcome back to some more Empire Total War Darthmod. We're playing as Great Britain, so let's get straight back into the campaign. So I have skipped a couple of turns ahead, so the campaign map will look a little bit different. Now, if you watched all the way through to the last episode, I did mention that I was most likely going to be invading the Barbary States. Now, as you see here, I currently have Tripoli and Algiers. Now, for some reason, when I moved my armies up to Tripoli there, and Algiers, there were no standing armies. Obviously, as you see here, there's only 2 in the garrison. So, I was easily able to take them quite quickly. Actually, can upgrade my farm there. Whether that was due to the Americans at Tunisia, maybe carving them out of it, but I was able to take it really quite easily. Good to see good old John Sullivan, a huge, fantastic patriot in my United States campaign. Also, another interesting development. I'll actually go through the campaign map because there's a lot of interesting stuff. The Austrians actually attacked Morocco and took it. So we've got this nice little Northern African colony here. Now, the Ottoman Empire is going ham at Russia. They've taken Kiev and the Ukraine, and they've really pushed up here as well. So it's not looking too good. We're very much in the same boat as the Austrians. There is a war going on at the moment between the United Provinces, Austria, and now Russia is at war with the Ottomans, so there's a bit of a interesting thing. Is Prussia involved in this in any way? No, they're at war with Spain. Sweden's also at war with Russia. But at the moment, guys, diplomacy-wise, everyone loves me in Europe. Every single faction, pretty much, except for the Naples and Sicily states, Denmark, and Persia and whatnot. But we are currently recruiting more armies as well. I would like to have 2 full stacks permanently sitting in Paris and London just because of an invasion. Now, I do have a full stack here. We have these lifeguard units, and we actually have another army heading over to the Americas as well. So, let's quickly go have a look at the Americas. Now, another interesting development has happened. I do want to obviously pick apart the last of the Native American tribes, because apart from that, there's not really much else going on in the Americas. It's obviously heavily occupied by Dutch and the Spanish. The Maratha and Prussia have some settlements here and there, Santo Domingo, but I want to send more armies here. Now, I saw that Florida was actually taken by the Cherokee nations off the Spanish. The Spanish have an army here. So, I've sent an army around, and we're going to be doing this in today's part. We're going to declare war, call our allies. Probably more so needed the United States and maybe Spain, but apart from that, I'm quite surprised that Sweden and Prussia came, and same with the Marathans, but we're here now. Now, we also have 2 full stacks coming from Europe to come and help us, which should be fantastic. I think that should be enough to finish off the native tribes. Now, victory conditions wise, we need to hold 65 regions. We currently control 27. Now, let's move on to India now, where you might be thinking that whole time, where have my Irish regiment, my Royal Irish Regiment, and my Scottish Highlanders be? Well, they're actually attacking the Mughal Empire. Now, the Mughal Empire has 3 territories left. The Marathans have been pushing quite heavily against them. So, I was actually going to fight this battle here today. However, there's a fortification in this settlement, and I actually hate forts, especially when we're fighting the Mughals and these Indian sort of tribes. I don't know if I will declare war on the Maratha. We'll just have to see. But however, I am going to have to get up the territories at some point. Like I said, they have fantastic melee infantry, and we actually can't recruit any melee infantry from what I'm aware of. Am I being a cracker? I'm pretty sure you can't. There's no like pike infantry we can have. It'd be really cool if we could have like a regiment of Scottish claymores, maybe further down the line. We just need some decent swordsmen to combat them. However, I have thought of a tactic how to get rid of them, and it's up in the north just here. We currently have a full stack as well. Walter Pennington, trying to run down these Marathans. I don't mind fighting them on the field, it's much easier for me. But hang on, is this got a fort as well? Yeah, the auto-resolve would probably actually favour me a lot more. Now, the tactic I was saying, we're going to be running him down with cavalry. Now I have some East India Company cavalry. They're going to help quite a lot. And the East India Company Lancers, they're going to run down their infantry. Now, I've only just been able to have the recruitment of native Indian cavalry. Obviously, they're better than the Lancers by a +9 attack, which is fantastic. The charge bonus isn't the best. but they do have a higher defense, a higher attack. So, they should be working quite well. Now, what's 60, 50, 0? Yeah, probably should move my priest down there. So, I'm trying to think how many more armies should I push into the Mughals, because at the moment I have a big enough economy to push on multiple fronts, especially with the Marathans have been pushed back so much they're not that huge. We'll be able to run them down quite quickly. So we've got 2 full stacks here, nearly 3. We have 2 going over to the Americas, and we have 1 here. We have 1 being recruited here. I also have a lot of my money being pumped into my navy, so I can get a decent one of that. So we'll quickly do a save. And I think once my ships have been recruited, we'll send this army to India. I think I'm going to need more armies than India. Maybe I should go with 4-4. Regardless, we're definitely recruiting in England, yeah. But like I said, I do want 2 standing armies at London and Paris, just in case we get attacked at any point. But we're going to be taking this settlement here today. 3 lots of line infantry. It's not even that big of a battle anyway. 2 lots of infantry. 3 lots of melee infantry. Oh wow, he did lose 1,000. But that's just because of the fortification. And I absolutely despise fortification battles in Empire. I don't overly like sieges in Total War. Especially at this point, seeing as I've been playing Total War for pretty much forever. And sieges have never always been... The thing about sieges is, they're not really tactically sound. They're not... Like, you don't need to do much tactics, obviously. In medieval, you just have to break down the tower, break down the wall in the city, just grind until you get to the town square. And especially doing it over and over again, it's really quite repetitive. Now, we're going to have to repair these units. I am recruiting a lot of ships. I can sacrifice recruiting some ships. Because like I said, I do have a lot of money. Better to repair. I will try to get a battle in today's episode, but at the moment, we might not. We'll just have to see. But look at this now, like, we really just want to steal Florida off the Spanish. But we'll push up through against the Marathans. Sorry, the Mughals. Further north is Afghanistan. We could actually take a few territories there. Oh wow, it looks like the Mughals are being quite aggressive as well. We just need territories, and we need them as quickly as possible. Oh, I totally forgot that I actually took Sardinia as well. Very much in the same boat as the invasion. Slightly different though. However, Savoy actually declared war on me, and I actually took Sardinia. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. There was actually no point during the interfanes where I thought I was kind of justified to just start recording again. So the fleet arrives as well. Fantastic. See, here it is. Here it is. I thought I had the Royal Horse Guard on this one. My mistake. Regardless, we'll disembark. A little bit risky not having a huge navy. However, I don't necessarily mind. Alright, let's continue the siege. Just a slop here. That came from Quebec. Just got blocked there by Americans. Okay. Disembark there. I don't know why, but disembarking units is just... It just drops my frame rate. It's obviously not my computer. I have a fantastic computer. I actually bought it brand new this year. If you want to have if you're curious about the specs, it's in my about page on my YouTube channel. If you're curious to know the parts and stuff. But in saying that, the parts are quite expensive. Right, easy victory. 10,000 redcoats pushing 600 native bowmen. 126 men lost, of course. But now we have Florida, which is a really quite decent settlement, if I do say so myself. Oh, we're also at war with the okay. Forgot about them. Like I said, we could actually be attacked at Louisiana or Upper. Be a little bit exposed, but it doesn't look like the Spanish had actually put that much money into the economy here. Now, we have the option between small tobacco and small cotton. What's going for more cotton? Tobacco. We don't have much cotton, actually, so we'll go with cotton. At the moment, in these regions, we need sugar mills. We need steam. We need the steam engine, which we are actually currently... Or should we go with coffee? What's coffee trading for? 16. Yeah, we better have to go with sugar here. Oh, it's about the same. No, we'll go with coffee. Are we actually even transporting any coffee? No, we actually don't have coffee anywhere. Huh, that's interesting. Right, let's build a a Protestant school. And let's upgrade our trading port. But we do have a huge army here, which we'll be able to throw them back. I might actually move this fleet to this port for the time being. I probably want one more full stack over here. Okay. I do have a pretty big army at Tripoli, just because I kind of fear the invasion of the Ottomans, especially being bordering with them. Even though I've got pretty fantastic relations with them, I still have to be quite hesitant, if I do say so myself, just for my own protection. Okay, right, let's send this other army. I think the Native American tribes are actually going to give me more of a fight than what the Indians are, especially with the Marathans nearly on Hindustan, to be perfectly honest. Oh no, we could get a battle against these guys. Yeah, let's fight this one on the field here today. We'll still save. We haven't had a fight against the Mughals, I don't think. Like a proper land battle. Two lots of line infantry. Got some archers there. Yeah, let's fight this one on the field. Now, these are my East Indian units. So, we've got 2 stacks in the north of India. We've got two stacks in the south. We currently have 3 stacks over in the Americas. And we have basically 2 in Europe. Maybe a third being recruited. Like I said, I want to have a standing army in London and in Paris. I think that's probably the best 2 points, just in case the war between the United Provinces, excuse me, and Austria flares out, the Ottomans. But everyone else, if we've got the economy, I'm just going to keep on pushing into my foreign borders. Well, sorry, my theatres. Right, what are we working with here? Lots of trees, if I do say so myself. Right. I haven't actually seen these East India Company. Okay, let's have a look at what we're working with here. Okay, well these are the one regiment that isn't. I want to see a clean shot. Here we are. This should look interesting. Men of the East India Trading Company. I don't even know what accent that was. Certainly wasn't British. Maybe, slightly. I don't know. General's Bodyguard. Yeah, this is the army with the General's Bodyguard here. I don't particularly want to risk it, so I'll just chuck you there. But cavalry is going to be a huge part of this battle. We also have half a stack of cavalry coming in, so they're just going to absolutely tear up. Now, where's the best place to deploy? There's a huge rock there, so we don't want to be firing into that. They'll probably be deploying at the top of the hill here. We do actually have the low ground. Not the best, but we're going to have to make do, aren't we? I guess firing up and over there. Oh, it's still not very good, is it? This situation, but even being at like the bottom of the hill there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like this. Ugh, we're gonna have to shoot up and over quite heavily. Okay, let's start the deployment. Oh wow, they've actually... Let's see what we're working with. They've deployed here. Slightly on an angle. Okay, let's move up to a forward position then, I guess. Try swing around this way to the rock. So we'll move this here. Oh, I've got a... What have I got selected? Oh, I have one piece of artillery spare. I didn't even notice. We can push up to the rock here. That might actually help us somewhat. So move them there. We'll put my cavalry further on the flank here. Where are those artillery? There. Oh, that they've like hit the obstruction pretty bang on. But everyone else will try like swing around this way. How many does that leave on this flank? Still a fair few. Now hopefully you can see, yep. So then hopefully we can try push them like this. Everyone should be running cannons. There's a bit of a gap there we can see, probably like here. So fire at that. General, we can probably push actually behind. Oh god, that was a little bit hairy. That was pretty bad aim though. I don't think I think it's going to be too low to get up and over. Okay, what are they firing? Mortars. Oh shit. Yeah. We're just hitting our own men. We lost 40 of our own men. These cannons are going to be useless in this battle. Absolutely useless. What's charging us here? Horsemen. My horsemen should be able to... They're only light though. Okay. I forgot about my horsemen on this flank. Double time. Oh, looks like we're being charged. We can get our shots off against them though. Take out a couple of their cavalry. I would ideally like to move up my line infantry. If we can. Alright, move up. We actually are hitting them quite well. Right, charge. Let's move my generals up. I'm probably behind this rock so they can't hit them. I could actually put a piece... I can't actually get a piece of artillery up there, I don't think. I might be able to, actually. I can probably get one cannon up there. Oh, that'd be awesome if I could. But we'll just have to see, right. Get everyone running. Right, how are we going? These mortars are trashing us though. Alright, how are we going? We're engaging them. Actually surrounding them quite well. Did that cannon... Oh, that cannon is going to take a while to get there. Maybe these guys can get there quite quickly. I swear in my American campaign, they were a lot more faster. Where's my cavalry? Oh, they're just running down. How many's there? 11. There's no point of using them. Right, where's my other flank? Oh, hit these guys then. Hit them from the side. Run them down from behind, rather said, if you want. We've utterly surrounded them here. I'll just get these guys to disable fire at will. For the minute. God knows what the fuck their cavalry are doing. Alright, fall back out. That charge didn't really work. Probably killed a lot more of my men than anything. From friendly fire. Alright, flank the cavalry further around. Did that piece of artillery get up to the top there? Oh, it's going to take way too long. Shame it wasn't really effective. But the men of the East India Trading Company are doing quite well. Oh, some stars up in the... Awesome. Alright, let's run down this cavalry here. This is an awesome sort of battle, isn't it? Just utterly surrounded them. Oh, and then there are my lancers in there as well. Enemy generals fallen. Holy shit, this is probably one of my favourite looking battles. This looks absolutely superb. I'm just going to get all my men just to halt and disable fire at will. I'm going to get my cavalry in here just to run them down. Because they're broken. They're camel gunners. And, oh, awesome. Let's continue, seeing as we have cavalry superiority, just to run them down, as many of them as possible. Let's actually send some generals over. A solid victory against the Mughals. The more we run down, the less we have to face later on. Especially these camel riders. Took an interesting position defensively, but there's like going toe to toe with British line infantry is death. There's no, especially if the Mughals. I probably would have, if I was playing as them, I probably would have gone with like maybe just sort of a rush tactic with a lot of infantry, a lot of cavalry. Because if you can get a infantry engaging with a line infantry, you're gonna win, especially against the British. They have really weak melee, but mind you, they had half a stack. They were ill prepared. You've got to give the Mughals some credit. The Marathans have been pushing them from day one, and now I've come over here with my professional armies. It's not boding well for them, but we end it there. Heroic victory. No one can guarantee success in war, but only deserve it. So Winston Churchill, British Prime Minister. Quite like Winston Churchill. 221 loss. They deployed 3,000. We only outnumbered them by 2,000. However, we had a lot better units. Oh, I nearly burped then. I apologise. A little bit gassy, I guess. Let's continue. Oh, that's the remaining men of the army. Let's continue then. Let's repair. Oh, my reinforcements didn't even come in. That's fantastic. Right, well, Now that we've taken that, let's push up north. Not really quite happy with me though. But let's push up. We're actually being blocked there, I forgot about that. It's an easy auto resolve. Okay. Europe-wise, what are we working with? Nearly have a full stack at Paris. One more turn, we've got some ships, we'll send this army. Do I need any more? The thing is, I can actually recruit here at the Bengali region. There's actually 4 units I can send up now. I'm just trying to think, will I need it? Because we're quite on the back foot there. However, I do probably want to push against Punjab. Alright, Punjab are allies with Afghanistan. Afghanistan are allies with Punjab and the Mughal Empire. But the thing is about... But is Persia gone? No, Persia's still here. Where's Persia? Persia are allies with the Marathans, so we can't actually push against Persia. But we can actually push against Afghanistan here in the north. That's probably what I want to do if I get rid of the Mughals. I do want to get a strong hold here. So I'm just trying to think to go against the Afghanis pushing into Kabul and Kashmir. Do I need more than 3 full stacks? Most likely. We currently have 4 here at the moment. One's a cavalry based. Or maybe I'm... What's gonna be more of a problem? The Afghanis or the tribes? Probably the Afghanis, to be honest. Huh. I'm just trying to think where I should send this army. Or maybe I should send... Well, probably India needs more reinforcements sooner. Yeah. We'll send this army to India. And I might actually try to continue to get another full stack. Because we've got the money, like we might as well. Or can I actually recruit here in Quebec somewhat? I can actually. It might be quicker. Be a loads quicker if I do say so myself. Yeah, we'll recruit a full stack here. Can't get the best cavalry. General's bodyguard, mounted tribal auxiliary. We can get some decent dragoons, however. Yeah, so we'll recruit 4 of them. So we've got 3 cannons, 3 lots of that. We'll make the rest... it's colonial line infantry. So that's probably not as good, but it saves me more time moving and ferrying troops across. So we'll build one here at Montreal and Quebec. We'll have a fleet here. We'll send it down to Florida once we start pushing against the Cherokee and the Texans. Pueblo nations. I just say Native Americans because they're all kind of hard to pronounce for me. We'll probably keep this full stack here, and we'll probably keep another one here. I do need a new general here, however. I haven't looked at my ministers in a while. I think it's all pretty good, yeah. My prime minister's quite neutral, so it's not that bad of a thing. Nicholas Jefferson, actually quite good. 561, he's the opposition. There's only 8 more turns to an election. We'll probably have a new prime minister. George, 55. He's got a lot of claimants. George, his first son, who is 6. Mary's 5. Willem's 4. Frederick. There's a lot of other claimants to the throne, which is fantastic. Right. I'm just trying to look at the opposition. Army-wise. Yeah, no, I'm quite happy. There's nothing really overlying well to justify to swap it out. George, 75% for monarchy. We can upgrade the Opera House. Happiness and growth. I'm down with that. We just need those steam engines so we can actually just like make our money 10 times fold. We'll be able to make a lot of money if we can get that through. Right, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching if you watched all the way through. I really do appreciate it. Please leave a like to support this series and my channel. Subscribe if you haven't to keep up to date with future uploads for the Great Britain campaign and any other Total War series I have on my channel. My name's been Simpzy. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more content on Simpzy Total War.